Welcome to the 2025 Consumer Electronics Show and Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Indy Autonomous Challenge at CES.
This is our fourth time to run a race at CES. It's become the annual event for Indy Autonomous Challenge to push the technology to the next level. Indy Autonomous Challenge is really a platform for technology innovation and development in the realm of physical AI. When you think about the future of AI and autonomous vehicles, it's about preparing for the unknown. It's preparing for those edge cases. Motorsports gives you that platform to operate on the edge.
I view this competition as a research endeavor. Nothing like this exists anywhere. Every time we are on track, we are discovering new ground. Literally, lap after lap, we are gathering data with multiple cars on track that doesn't exist. The teams here, they are discovering and deciding algorithms that will ultimately improve any kind of autonomous systems, not just race cars.
Today's event will feature 3 competitions: single car time trials for the newer teams, a 2-car passing competition for the more experienced teams, and for the first time ever, a multi-car exhibition race for the elite teams.
The goal of this multi-car exhibition race is to really validate the concept of multi-agent AI racing.
It's going to be the first time for the IAC to attempt this kind of event. It's going to be quite a challenge. It's a really big step.
You may think that adding one more car should not be a big deal. We've already raced with 2 cars before, but every single car you introduce to the track increases the complexity of the amount of scenarios that can occur on track by order of magnitude. It's open racing for the very first time. What we are trying to attempt are the very first steps to bring physical intelligence towards this goal of matching the best of the best human drivers on the planet. In the grand scheme of things, I think we are just getting started, and I can't wait to take on the next challenge that they throw at us.
Welcome to the 2025 Indy Autonomous Challenge at CES. Our first competition is the time trial. Now, this individual competition is for teams who are newer to the Indy Autonomous Challenge, and each of their self-driving cars will get a solo run of 10 laps, and the single fastest lap will win the competition. First onto the track, the entry from the California Institute of Technology, known as CAST. Setting off under its own power, our first car, and that's the Caltech machine making its way out. What do they do when they cross the line? Are they going to better that 122.3? They did, and by a ton. 11-mile-an-hour improvement. They're up at 133.129 miles an hour. 144.3 on lap 10. CAST is absolutely flying out here. So CAST is the provisional leader with a single lap average speed of 144.323 miles per hour. Next on track, the team from Indiana University, IU Luddy. See the RPM? See, now they're running a higher gear than CAST Racing did, than the Caltech team did. Caltech team ran 4 and 5. These guys have gone into 6 and are just sort of staying there. There you go. Now we're seeing 145.46 as they come out of the final turn up onto the tri-oval. Bit of break there. And they've gone to 135.4. So they have about 3 more laps. That is a fabulous lap. In these conditions, are you kidding me? This is fantastic stuff. Again, no driver on board this car. The car is, as the key word is, autonomous. It's making its own decisions out there based on the coding that it's had provided. 148, do they better that here? 153.5, that is a stellar lap. Absolutely fly. Look at the grins. Look at the grins from the IU Luddy team. And finally, the top seed for this competition, Auburn University's autonomous Tiger Racing. What do they do? 156.4 on lap 5. On their 5th lap, they're 2 miles an hour away from fast time. On the straights, they were just moving about 164 down the straights. They're into the 162 range, up on the banking, 22-degree banking. Now the 9-degree banking through the tri-oval. This should be over 160, I would think. Oh, so close. 159.7. That's the fastest time thus far. And now look at the speeds. They're up at 168. 169, they just ticked 170 on the straights. Heard that little chirp. Came off the throttle just a little bit. Here we go. Do they do it? Do they crack 160? It should be with ease. 163.6. So with a single lap average speed of 163.685 miles per hour, autonomous Tiger Racing is the time trials winner. So let's go down to Shea Adam, who is standing by with team manager Stephanie Meyer.
The last 3 days we've had incredibly high wind. It dropped down a little bit yesterday whenever we were doing some testing, and then even worse today than it was yesterday in testing. So we actually got up to 170 in testing without wind. A little bit different today, but we're still really happy with our speed.
Pleased with the distribution that you were able to put out today on the track and everything that the team was able to accomplish?
Oh, absolutely. And we're also very proud of the other 2 teams that we competed with. They did impressive, beat all of their speed records that they'd had on this track already. So really happy to be part of it. And also thanks to our sponsors who made it possible for us to be out here today. We couldn't do it without them.
We're back at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Indy Autonomous Challenge at CES, and it's time for the head-to-head passing competition.
2 cars that go out at the same speeds. One is defined an attacker, one's defined a defender. The attacker's job is to detect and range the vehicles that we're in competitions with. It has to then select which line it's going to take to be able to attack. It then has to accelerate past that other car. Then the roles are reversed. The defender becomes attacker, attacker becomes defender, and then that happens again.
There's technical challenges, so you have to have perception, you have to have planning, and you have to have control. The much harder thing to do is to get all the people together who are experts at those things and get all of those integrated into a system that can actually overtake a car. I think that's something that we've done really well at is, getting all the right people in the right place, working on the right thing. We were one of the less experienced teams, here in Vegas a year ago, and now, we're doing pretty well.
A resurgent Purdue University will compete with the AI racing tech entry from UC Berkeley, UC San Diego, the University of Hawaii, and Carnegie Mellon. Now that team is looking for redemption after crashing out of the last passing competition at Indianapolis.
Okay, car 7 speeding up.
That's going to be the pass. That's going to be the move. There they go. And now they close that pass out.
Car 7, car 7. Car 2 overtakes car side by side. 2 overtakes 7 into the 3.
And well done. Slides through, closes it out. Now each round will be at higher speed, and that means the speed and risk will keep increasing until one of the teams fails to complete a pass.
Car 7 speeding up.
Here we go, AI Racing Tech. You can hear that throttle pickup building some speed. Using that high line, coming through, pass and close. Beautiful job by AI.
Shack is G130, car 7 is defender, car 2 is attacker.
I tell you, AI are just really ramping the speed up through that corner, the exit of 3 and 4. Clearly through by the time they got to what would be the start-finish line. Here, that was a tremendous pass by AI.
Going car 2, are you good to do G140?
Car 2 will try 140, that will be our last round.
running that inside line. It's a little shorter line around the track, but sometimes that high line, it's a more open line. But here comes Purdue dropping the hammer, 158, but they haven't closed it out. They did not close that out.
You slow down.
Overtake is not complete. You have one more lap to finish the overtake.
You can see suddenly concern on those faces. So Purdue's now, they've got to, that computer has got to figure it out, get up close, and be a little closer before they start that run. And I think time may have elapsed. Time may have elapsed. Both cars starting to slow down.
Start 2 will not try again.
So AI Racing looks like they may have just claimed the passing challenge.
When we last left Indianapolis, it was a less happy occasion for your team. How good does this feel?
Oh, this is just amazing. We've worked so hard. These students have worked so hard to prepare first for Indianapolis and then to have that great disappointment and then come here and have everything just be exactly like we planned it, exactly like we wanted to see it. It was just an amazing experience.
So redemption indeed for AI Racing Tech as they win the passing competition at CES. Next up, we go wheel to wheel with the Multicar Race for the first time ever. Welcome back to the Indy Autonomous Challenge at CES, and it's time for the final competition. For the first time ever, IAC will attempt a multi-car exhibition race. Now, because this is a brand new format, the IAC has set some ground rules. And one of them is the cars will be speed limited to 90 miles per hour.
We are putting some restrictions around top speed. If the teams program their drivers to just win at all costs, right, that increases some of the risk. We know that the controllers, the path planners are a little safer, a little more efficient at those speeds, and so it just reduces the risk a bit as we attempt this new feat.
During the competition, each car will be allowed to increase their speed to 110 miles per hour, but only for a limited time. The autonomous drivers must independently determine when and how to use this push-to-pass budget.
Every team needs to manage their own, we call it push to pass. When you have finished that time because you have not used it wisely or maybe you've used it too soon or not in the best way, then you cannot use it anymore. So it's one more optimization, one more variable that the teams need to take care of.
And now it's time to go racing. The field is lining up on the front straight, awaiting the command to begin their formation laps, but already a problem for the pole sitter, Polymove MSU. Their car is not positioned correctly.
5 stopping.
Okay. Red flag track.
Track is red.
999.
Yep.
Stop.
Track red.
Track is red.
Okay, car 5, what happened?
Okay, we're not sure what happened there.
Okay. Looks like car 5 lost GPS.
So, Polymove MSU will go behind the wall to address their GPS problem, and that eliminates the odds-on favorite before this race has even begun.
And track goes to waving green. Race starts at start finish.
Track is waving green. I clicked it.
All right, we're coming to start finish, and this will be it. We are green. The first ever multi-car racing exhibition with more than 2 cars for a simple passing drill on the track is underway. Keist, Unimore Racing, and Cavalier Autonomous Racing. Again, I'm just really curious what we're going to see in terms of aggression here. What kind of speeds we're going to see? That's going to be the really intriguing thing.
Car 5 go.
And we just got word Polymove might be joining the pack here. There it goes.
Car 5 launching.
Great news. One of the favorites out there right now, it is Team Keist. And out of the pits, here comes Polymove, but remember, they will be a full lap down. Right now, it is Keist. 3.5 second gap. But look at that, in the background, a pass coming. That looks like Cavalier Autonomous trying to get down and make the pass.
Push to pass.
Don't think they got it done. They were going for the high line here, but now they do. They flow a little bit more speed. I think Cavalier Autonomous just picked up second. They did. Getting around Unimore. And Cavalier Autonomous, that robot, opting for that little higher line. But now it's 5+ second gap to try and run down Keist.
There's no shortcuts to doing things right. Unless you are certain that every single piece, whether it's controlling the car at high speeds, detecting your opponents at these high speeds, or planning around them, you really have to think from first principles and do it right, which takes time. All of that culminated for us at the Indianapolis race in September, where my team became the first American team to win the time trial competition. I'm very glad we were able to demonstrate the true capability of my team at this global prominent stage in the Indy Challenge, and hopefully, once again, we will try to hit another historic milestone in autonomous racing.
See whether Cavalier or Unimore has enough push to pass to take a run at them here. Let's see. Unimore had gotten it down to 2 seconds on that last lap. Look at this, Cavalier. Boy, they got some, they put some push to pass. Both Cavalier and Unimore did. That gap has gone from 10 seconds to 4, just under 5. Keist to Cavalier, and Unimore is right there, only 2 seconds adrift to Cavalier. Now look at Cavalier, look at that. 106 they just went to. This is it, this is a moment here. They dived down, they had the extra push to pass, and look at that car, it's hunting a little bit, but we have a pass for the lead. Cavalier Autonomous Racing has gone by on Keist. Keist used up their push to pass. Cavalier Autonomous had some left, put it to use late in the run. Now, look at Unimore running down low. Do they still have something? Do they have enough to push Keist back just a little bit? Here they come! Unimore going through as we complete 16 of 24 to go. And after leading the whole race, Keist has suddenly dropped to third.
Car 9 leading, car 6 second, car 4 third, car 5 fourth.
What's the gap? It was 3 last time. And, oh boy, did they take a chunk out. They took 1.1 seconds, Unimore did, out of Cavalier's margin. And we are working lap 19 of 20. And Unimore up over 100 miles an hour.
Then we have 30 seconds left.
Well, Cavalier, now Cavalier drops the hammer up at 103, almost 104. As they turn in here. Now Unimore, look at that, 105, 106 as they come around here. And we are coming up to start the final lap.
15 seconds left on the budget.
I think that margin's gone up just a little bit. Yep, 2.2.
19 starts now.
And that was Cavalier. As soon as Unimore picked the pace up, that Cavalier car responded and pushed a little bit more on the push to pass. So it all comes down to this lap. What does Unimore have left? Do they have enough push to pass to be able to make a real attack here? Does Cavalier Autonomous have enough left to defend?
I just ran out of push to pass budget.
Just got word, Cavalier is out of push to pass. But where is Unimore? Do they still have some? Yes! Unimore up at 100 miles an hour. Look at how high Cavalier got there. Unimore pushing, finding a little bit of pace, running a little bit quicker. Now they're back at the same speed. But if Unimore's got anything, they need it now.
Push the bus is on.
Here they come! Unimore coming to the line! They are gonna win it! Unbelievable! They read their push to pass, used it to perfection, and at the line, Unimore Racing by a car length, maybe, sneaks through on Cavalier Autonomous Racing. Wow!
The progress event to event is staggering. To see where we were from the first one of these I came to now, where do we go next?
Well, I mean, we thought the whole goal was to get to this multi-agent racing, right? Is to get physical AI to the point where it can compete with other AI drivers. And we're now just at the beginning of that. And so if you've seen where we've gone in the last 3 years, just imagine 3 years from now where we're going to be. We're really excited about the next race we have coming up. It's going to be in Europe at the Monza F1 circuit in June. And these teams will be there, and we'll see how head-to-head racing goes on a road course.
So that's a wrap on the Indy Autonomous Challenge at CES. We hope to see you again in Italy at Monza.